And Netanyahu is fully behind it. But Netanyahu doesn't want to let it not be as if this man own too much or he want to be too forward. He's just waiting because everything have stage and time. So when that stage and that time reach, you will see everything in action. Threat to her so that she will nail innocent soul. You will use the blood of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pay for the blood of her husband and her son. You know, to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the punishment that is supposed to be given to her husband and her son. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remain that Biafran evangelist, the Biafran evangelist. And I am happy the way the thing they happen now, as it they happen in Abuja, as it happened yesterday, and as it happened in Jerusalem, because Tel Aviv is no longer the capital of Israel. Jerusalem now has become the capital of Israel, and the prime minister, Netanyahu himself, the president, is now smoking fire. He has officially come out to declare. They themselves have already declared Biafra a nation. He have already admitted that Biafra has come as a nation, yes. And now the warning and a serious issue is going on now. He has sent this issue, warning. As you know, they have submitted the document and it's in the front of the desk of the Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Don't you see the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they are telling you? And onye ka ọ ga-abụrụ isi ya many homeri. So he was so furious yesterday because somebody said he acted arrogantly. What is the arrogancy there? That Netanyahu should come back to his case. For what? Why she have withdrawn herself? She don't have that right. And he made it clearly that was why
the chief judge is instructing her to go back to the case.
The chief judge is instructing her. Didn't the chief judge know the law?
But Nnamdi Kanu is saying that the chief judge don't have the right, you know, for her to, you know, do what she wants. Because
it was against the law, and that was why yesterday he brought out the law. And he showed the document, and he showed it to all of them there. This is what the law of Nigeria stated regards to this. So that means you people are going, you don't even know your law. That's what he said. You don't even know the law. So you are going against the law, and you, the same person that go against the law, are now coming to judge me as an offender. That means either you want to even know the law more than you, so you don't have the qualification to judge me. So the way he reacted, I even saw him tapping one of his defendants, you know, and he told Okpara now, and he told Mr. Okpara that exactly, he said, when I'm talking, you don't talk.
Well, no, it was so upset yesterday.
It was uproar. It was very, very uproar. And I was like, why is he reacting this way? On the other hand, I now realize that it's like these lawyers want to go in a linear way. You understand? And they kind of giving the audience unnecessary audience to matter that is not necessary, that is no need. Because Binta and Nyako coming out, you say you want to judge the case. Judging the case that you have you withdraw your head. That means you are violating the law. You don't have that right. So let them appoint another person. And it was yesterday that everything was open, because I was exposed now, you know, because I was imagining what could prompt this woman, you know, giving this kind of urgent call and appearing again after she has finished withdrawing herself.
So you believe that it's not like the country are born pushing her?
Yes.
To quickly
yes.
Make judgment as regards
to give wrong judgment over the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But her conscience did not allow her previously to do that. And now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have exposed everything. So, you know, remember over the weekend I said something. The coming up of this court case, I will not talk much regard to that until I see the angle they are coming from. Yeah. And now they have shown us the angle. The angle was that Binta Nyako, husband and son, committed a crime. They committed a crime against the nation. which requires them going to jail or even prison or even death sentence. In order for them to be saved, not to undergo all those things, somebody else has to be used to replace them. And they want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Regard that since your wife and your mother is a judge, so we will use her now. And what you are committed, we use this as a threat to her, so that she will nail innocent soul. You will use the blood of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pay for the blood of her husband and her son. You know, to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the punishment that is supposed to be given to her husband and her son. You see the axis now. And you see the reason why people like Donald Trump and Netanyahu himself was like, no, these people are nation. They need to be recognized. And he sent the letter that which he has sent as a letter of recognition, and as a letter of they are watching, of a letter of them being interested, a letter of them that are coming, so that Nigeria should do the right thing if they don't want to their wahala. It was too obvious and too open yesterday, and I like as he aired the view, the whole world have seen it now. Instead of on a norm, Binta Nyako doesn't supposed to appear again. On a norm, which she herself know. You see why she adjourned the case to indefinite, because they have pump and threaten her so severely, and she has no choice under pressure. According to one man, he said under a gunpoint, you understand? So when you know there are some issues when it comes under a gunpoint, you will be forced to do, you know, the undoable under duress. So under duress, so she's now in the state of duress. She has found herself now under duress. But that duress now is too obvious because she cannot carry it out again. It's too open now. She cannot carry it out again. She has been exposed to the world. So whatsoever she said now, or she may come out or conclude concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I and you and the whole world will now know. Okay, because of this, that is why she do this.
So Nnamdi Kanu was right, you know.
Nnamdi Kanu was exposing, right, exposing, not just even exposing her or exposing what is on the ground or exposing Nigeria, but at the same time telling the world the kind of country that Nigeria is. Telling the whole world, Netanyahu,
what do you have to say? Okay.
That this is the kind of country that Nigeria is. That is why he said to them, I am not wrong, because he have said before yesterday that nobody should do what? Should plead for him for mercy. Nobody should beg for him because he commits no offense. And it was yesterday he has proven it, that the Nigeria, even including their judge, did not even know the law, including the chief appointee, did not even know the law. If he does, that will show or what is his name. Had it been he knows, he wouldn't have, you know, sent Binta Nyako to again. This shows that our the judiciary, Nigerian judiciary, is a mess. If you use the word incapable or not capable, it's understatement. That means it's completely in a mess. Completely is in a mess.
So yesterday come out and said that this should not be happening to a country like Nigeria. You know, we call ourselves African to Africa. You know,
somebody is a man, is somebody that understands. So when I go to school now, it's not a daft. So when is somebody that is well exposed. You understand? And it's another person that, in a way, he hates injustice. Not that he doesn't have his own or his own body, but in a way, he hates injustice. Watch what play yesterday. Look at his statement. He's not speaking well. What happened yesterday? You know, exposed Nigeria the more. He messed Nigeria up the more. And he messed all our judiciary. That is, he messed it up. no single regard or respect, atom of respect concerning to Nigerian judiciary, lawyers or judges or courts is nonsense. Baba, if I happen to be a foreigner and maybe I'm in a country, I own a country or I'm in another country, you bring any case matters to Nigerian courts, Baba, I don't need to look it into 2 times. Immediately I see Nigeria, I will bring it out. I don't need to look whether it's right or I will just bring it. Why? Because with what is happening in the case of Mazi and Kanu and what has happened yesterday shows that Nigeria, this thing is zero.
But we've seen, on social media yesterday, a lot of Igbos were upset. They said some are already calling and saying what the Biafrans, the lack of Ngozi, should align. It's now high time for them to align with the Russian government, the Israeli government, and the US government to make sure that this act by the Nigerian government is exposed fully to the world.
Very soon, let me tell you, we're already going there. It's not everything you come out and say on air. Men are already going. See, let me tell you, there are so many veterans. When you talk of veterans, you talk about men in United States of America that are the Biafrans. Ready, they are just waiting for. Go ahead. What they are waiting for now is just, they are just waiting for a little minutes to go ahead. They are prepared. They are prepared, and Netanyahu is fully behind it. But Netanyahu doesn't want to let it not be as if this man own too much or he want to be too forward. He's just waiting because everything have stage and time. So when that stage and that time reach, you will see everything in action. There is what we call pump action. You go know say pump action gets level. Yes. Then we go pump, we go act. Then the functions will be the story or the end. Thank you.
And Kanu is not turning his back on Biafra. Kanu is not going to handle that ministry. Tinubu should give it to Tinubu. No, we leave everything for the yes, we are for Biafra. It is too late. It is now that Tinubu knows he's going to do that one, Abi. No, now he should have started agitating for this seaport of 10 international airport and so on. He shouldn't have been at least eating and drinking, benefiting from a Papa Wharf, collecting money from all the containers that the Igbos are bringing from the West. They are ripping us off. So now that Tinubu actually knows this is what should be done, says, say, I'm trying to tell you this. Igbo man, we know our rights. Igbo man, we're intelligent. Igbo man, we have our senses. Igbo man should not be deceived. We don't fall before any Tinubu deception. I tell you, come what may, Kanu will not accept that position, and it has been proven yesterday in the court that Kanu is not interested in any official position. He is after Biafra emancipation, and Biafra should be given to him.
This is just a child's play from Tinubu, trying to deceive them. What is the take as regards?
Tinubu don't start his political deception again. That's why he's delaying the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I think if he build Southeast port, if he give Southeastern states or regions port, well, good. Ask me why.
Why?
The oil we used to build, we use that oil to build Murtala Mohammed Airport in Yoruba land. It is from southeastern Nigeria. Biafran coastal line oil. The money we used to construct or build Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Abuja, the money is from southeastern region, the Biafran coastal, oil-rich region. The money we used to build Aminu Kano Airport, I don't know what I understand, and other great public institutions in the southwest, in the northeast, in the core north, is as a realization of from the the oil along the coastal line of Biafra. That's where they get the money. So if they build seaport at Bakassi Peninsula, as Bakassi Peninsula, I don't know what I understand. It is the same our money. You don't say Tinubu give us. Tinubu is not the one giving us. It is our money. It is our right. The money Tinubu is hiding in his account in UAE, all over the world, it is still our money. The money used to build the Malta refinery, it is also our money. So people like us, we know, we have knowledge. I can never be happy, say, a seaport is constructed at the axis of Calabar Ocean or sea, then I'll be jubilating. Am I a fool? It is my right. They should have done it since. And by the way, Calabar Seaport is not going to give any problem and it won't cost money. Ask me why. Right. It is the deepest seaport in Nigeria. It is deeper than Apapa Seaport. Yes, you don't know. Calabar Seaport is natural. The sea, the ocean there is long, is deep. The depth is far, what? Taller, longer, deeper than Apapa Tinkan Island, seaport. So the depth there is deeper than the depth here in Lagos. So it is only Mugulis, Director General of Mugulism, will ever be rejoicing. It is our right. And what happened is that the Igbo man will be doing what? Exporting now, paying the export duties and everything in Calabar and Cross River State, because that place is closer. It is our land. So it is our benefit. We deserve it. I don't need to give kudos to Tinubu government. We deserve it. It is our right. He has been denying this benefit since last year. Since 2023, he started. He denied us 2024, and this is 2025. He should do it. No, it's a must too. The rest government, previous government, they actually deny us this our right. It is our right. We already denied us this. It is our right. So it is our money. You can't touch me my money now. You can't touch me my rights. So building of seaport at One, at Warre, at Uyo, at Calabar deep port, seaport, deep sea. I don't really understand. It is our right. It is not celebration because you can't touch me my rights.
Doesn't make any sense. How can Mr. President be talking about renewed hope and economic transformation and increase in the per capita income of Nigerians and prosperity for Nigerians about building a $1 trillion economy when everything is centered around Lagos? Somebody imports a 40-foot container from Guangzhou to Lagos and it will cost him 5 or 6 million naira to truck it to Aba. And you don't expect that he's going to pass on that inflation cost to the people, considering the fact that we don't have standard gauge rail lines that extend horizontally from the southwest to the southeast. It's marginalization, economic marginalization, and we have to speak truth to power.
A new seaport for Southeast businesses. Guess what? It's not coming from the Tinubu's government. Instead, it's coming from the Cross River State government. Looking at the headline there, it says, Cross River strikes deal with UAE firm for Bakassi Deep Sea Port. So guys, this is a very interesting news for the Southeast businesses. We know that people have been complaining about having just one main seaport in Lagos, that has led to so much traffic and delay in people getting their containers out, and it has been affecting businesses. And we also know that reports say 70% of the containers that come into Lagos, they all head to the southeast. And people have been wondering, why is the federal government not considering building any seaport that is closer to the southeast so as to ease, the means of doing businesses for those of them from the southeast? But guess what? The Cross River State government is mediating in this matter. So the Cross River State government has struck a deal with a UAE firm for Bakassi Seaport. We can't wait to see this, this project completed so that some businesses can get some level of relief, because it's not easy to get a container, bringing it down from Lagos to the southeast. Just the military and the police you are going to be settling on the road, let alone the bad road that we have, so many risks attached, and then the insecurity is something else. So it's really a welcome development to see that the Cross River State is coming to mediate.
Somebody imports a 40-foot container from Guangzhou to Lagos and it will cost him 5 or 6 million naira to truck it to Aba. And you don't expect that he's going to pass on that inflation cost to the people, considering the fact that we don't have standard gauge rail lines that extend horizontally from the southwest to the southeast. It's marginalization, economic marginalization, and we have to speak truth to power.
All right, then if I can come in here, Mr. Kevin, and you have touched on very salient points this morning. But if we focus on how to decentralize these port operations, with port activities concentrated in Lagos, Nigeria is still facing issues of congestion, of inefficiency, and like you even said, increased cost of doing business, because at the end of the day, it's the consumer who bears the brunt of, of what's currently happening. So when we look at why decentralizing the port operations across the country, including strategic seaports like Calabar, Onne, Warri, remaining a persistent challenge, what are those systemic reforms? What are those infrastructural investments that are necessary to make this decentralization a reality?
Cheito, I'll tell you what. Well, one of the reasons why house rent has been skyrocketing in Lagos, which also contributes to inflation that you have in Lagos, is because demand is higher than supply of houses in Lagos. Lagos is creating, there isn't enough infrastructure to accommodate the population. And that's because you've centralized the entire Nigerian economy. The contribution of Lagos to real GDP is 23%. Lagos State's factor IGRA ratio is 22% to 78%, which means 78% IGR, 22% FAC. Lagos State generates 26% equivalent. Lagos generates revenues equal to what 26 states in Nigeria generates. 26 states in Nigeria, which means Lagos is the most viable economy. Okay? If you want to deal in Calabar, in 2006, a contract was awarded to a Dutch company to embark on rehabilitation of that seaport and to raise the channel draft. The government had issues with the company over contract variation costs, and that lingered for a long time. When the government attempted to go back to do it, the company says that you cannot, and the case was in court. In 2022, that case was taken out of court for out-of-court settlement. The immediate past MD of MPA says that, they've taken the case out of court, we're going to work on raising the channel draft. The Calabar seaport is dead. Like, you barely have vessels coming there, maybe one vessel per week compared to Lagos. How do you build an economy when the smallest state by landmass that has the highest per capita income with the highest population, right, has the only functioning seaport in Nigeria, while everybody else is left to go?
What a wonderful question, the answer of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say, someone has come out to say, or has outlined countless times, that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojogun fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Nnamdi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So everybody is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samonekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samonekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect